Hey everyone, it's Duckwood StarCraft, and this is my first cast ever. And it's gonna be Yuffie, the light pinkish Protoss, versus Darkprince, the blue Zerg, I guess. So, the map is Lost Temple, and it's gonna be the close air positions. And here with me is Skipper, who is going to be casting with me sometimes, but most of the time I'll be here by myself. So, Skipper, what do you want to say?
Guys? What's up, guys?
So, yeah, I'm basically a silver player, and Skipper's bronze, and pretty much we're only going to be casting mid-low, possibly some higher-level diamond replays. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to cast them and give my point of view, my thoughts, maybe some tips for lower level players. And it's basically just going to be stuff like that. Maybe sometimes if I find a good game myself, I'll cast that. I'm going to be casting a lot of games from the team or clan or whatever they want to be called, PG, or Phantom Gaming, because I have a friend in it. And he said he wants to send me some replays. So, back to the game. Yuffie's just gotten the his gateway up, just getting his gas, and then Darkprince is just getting his spawning pool up. Some nice probe harass. Oh, run probe. Run. Overlord scouting is awesome. Oh yeah, I'm a Zerg player, and Skipper's a Terran. So the game's just moving along here. I tried to find a really cool game for what happens here, so I have seen this, but Skipper hasn't. And
no, I haven't seen this yet,
yeah.
So this should be good.
Zerglings, killing the probe. Ooh, pylon. Pylon block. Yay. I do not enjoy that. Cybernetics core coming up. Really, it's just the normal build. So this type of... The pylon here, for lower level players, if you put it here, it can scout for Nidus worms. And if they weren't on close air positions, they could hide like a Stargate or Twilight Council, something very sneaky.
Well, it looks like there's a unit heading towards the base, so it's probably just
it's just a few Zerglings. And so, Yuffie actually went one gate robotics facility, which normally means either fast Immortals or fast Colossi. And obviously getting some observers and stuff. So what's happening here, while Darkprince is getting his hatchery up, Yuffie can't move this Zealot to come kill these Zerglings, because if he does, then the Zerglings will run by and get a full scout on the entire base. So we had to wait for the Stalker to come out, and actually, Yuffie is getting out a Warp Prism, which is basically the drop ship for Protoss players, and they're almost never used. So
yeah, I think they're underused, to be honest.
So they're definitely. The problem is they're slow, and now he's making an Immortal. Okay, so Yuffie just picked up a probe and is apparently expanding to this island expansion, which is pretty crazy, in my opinion, because I've never seen that done before, like in a normal game.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I'd rather expand to an island expansion early.
Yeah,
you got kind of that isolated. It's
a pretty good idea. And then this Immortal is coming out, which is great, because Darkprince has a Roach Warren coming out, and obviously Immortal is totally hard counter Roaches. Forge coming up, and so, oh wow, so this Warp Prism has an Immortal, a Stalker, and a Probe, in it, and it's flying around and heading towards Darkprince's base. This is gonna be fun. Just expanding, all this fun stuff. And then this. So this is good. They're setting up the spine crawler, but he has an immortal. It's not... Oh, wow. And look at this, guys. Instead of... Who needs to build a pylon when you could power it with cannons, or with a warp prism, and then later build the pylon? That is really good play, in my opinion. So this immortal being a boss, taking down this hatchery, already done like 300 damage. So these cannons are gonna lock down this gas and at least these 2 mineral patches, possibly this one. And
that's nice harassment, but I think they need to do a little more than that.
I
mean, 2 cannons up there. I mean, maybe is that their intentions for that pylon up there, and those cannons are going to serve as a defense for it as well. But
so
I don't know.
So the immortal actually took down the hatchery, and right now, Yuffie has a huge amount of minerals, like 400 or less now. He just spent it all. So yeah, this nexus just came up, so that's happening. Transferring probes with the warp prism, always good. And right now, Darkprince is ahead in supply. And in my opinion, if he moved out, he would win right now. He could totally win this game. And right now, Darkprince is actually taking an expansion. And Yuffie, with great game sense, is coming in and actually scouting this out. And is probably going to force the cancel. So, yep, there's the cancel. Warping in a stalker, which is actually really cool, because an immortal, a stalker, and a probe... Sorry, that was Skipper's dog. An immortal, a stalker, and a probe can all fit in this. So it gives the anti-air, the building ability, and the huge amounts of tanky damage. And, ooh, 2 Nidus networks coming up with a lot of Zerglings and Roaches. And these cannons are still up. And so here's the
what's the Protoss player? What is he for buildings right now? Like, because it looks like he's building stuff on the island.
Ooh, yeah. So there's this expansion that's just getting saturated and stuff. But he actually dropped a probe over here, too. So I'm guessing he's going to expand again to the other island. So, ooh, 2 Nidus networks.
Oh.
2 Nidus networks are coming up. There they are.
Well, unfortunately for him.
Yeah, they just died. So, basically now, he just got a starport up with a few phoenixes. And he's getting air weapons 1. These cannons are still up, so I guess...
I don't know what he intends to do there.
Well, I think it was just to lock down the expo. But here's another...
Stop the expansion there?
Yeah. Here's another expansion from Yuffie at the other island.
He could warp in, too, if he really wanted to. I don't see what that is. I don't know.
Wow, he really wants this Nidus to work, but it's not gonna.
Yeah, I think the problem is once you try one Nidus, it just really won't work because now the other player's aware. And as you were saying at the beginning, when you put down that first pylon, like, it was perfect spot for scouting.
Really what he should do is scout out these islands. Because he knows he has a warp prism, and if he doesn't, and he also knows he doesn't have a natural, why not check these, and then Nidus in and kill it? So now he's got 2 warp prisms, just scouting around for expos. Like, really, Yuffie has a tiny army. If Darkprince just emptied these out, and, whoa, wow, he's emptying them now, and just went and attacked, that could totally demolish all of his tech, and a really not insanely mined base. It's still got a lot of minerals and gas here. So I really like this play. And this is great Phoenix harass. I'm sorry I missed the beginning of it. Because he took out the queen with Graviton Beam. And then he went and killed the... And now he's going to kill all these immortals to supply block him. Or at least get as close as possible. And wow, that's a lot of Zerglings. Like, that is enough to totally demolish this entire base. So... Oh, well, Skype died. So, no more Skipper. And oh, here comes the huge attack that I was talking about that totally demolishes this. So here, this is what I was saying. If this happened earlier, then basically then Yuffie wouldn't have had the Stargates or any of the wouldn't have the same type of economy he does now, and he probably could have already won the game. Really, the drop was cool, but it didn't do enough damage to keep him back till the end. Like, he did damage, which was nice, but not enough to kill him. So here's Darkprince double expanding.